The Fulton County thing. Remember the 19, the hard criminals?
Yeah.
The Comb-Overs group, the Godfather. We got to come up with a name for them. Like the Gambino family. What's his family? The Orange family?
Oh. Because you used to call him Orange Nixon.
So what are they called? What's he's the Godfather. What is Comb-Overs group called?
We got unless you want to relate it to Fulton County.
No, because he's indicted. Yeah, he's everywhere.
Oh, well.
He's the Godfather.
But they're not going nowhere else with them, are they? They just mainly for this.
I almost like the Orange family because they wear orange jumpsuits when they go to jail. When you go to prison, you wear an orange jumpsuit. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Y'all come up with a name for Trump's crime family.
So you're saying it was more than 19?
It was supposed to be 39.
And she had, for some reason...
But Fani only did 19 because she felt like she had a clear case with the 19. She didn't want to hold up anything. She wanted to be quick and swift. And a lot of times she chooses, or they choose, the right people. Some of them they know going to fold and snitch. You already know who the snitches is going to be. Mm-hmm. And some of them because they were right there with him. You know what I'm saying? Like Count Dracula.
Really close to the top line.
Yeah,
level.
like Dracula.
Okay.
Giuliani. So, do you know one of the people who would have been part of the 39? Senator Lindsey Graham.
And we laughing. What would made him, why did they change their mind? Because of the conversation?
No, I think he wasn't recorded. So it's somebody saying
he say, she say.
Yeah.
Hearsay.
Lindsey Graham is spineless.
He's been since remember when
all of them are.
McCain's daughter was on The View. That's when they would talk about the relationship he had with her dad. They were friends and stuff. And it's almost like when Trump got in office, because even McCain was kind of going against Trump. Trump made a comment about him being, because he was captured as a military soldier. Trump would make fun of that. How can you be honored when you was captured and stuff? So everybody slowly in the McCain family was pushing away from Comb-Over, but Lindsey was like he was still stuck to him.
Let me tell you why. If you watch Lindsey Graham before he was running and was losing in his state, and he needed Trump to help get him out of it. I agree with Trump, though. He do help all these people out, the DeSantis and all of them. And then they turn their back on him.
Does he know his name or get votes for them?
You got to give it to him. This is the thing I don't like about people who don't like Trump. They don't give him any credit for anything. You don't like somebody, so you hate them and everything.
Even as a bad guy,
you got to give him credit
for being.
Yeah, you got to give him credit.
Being creative in some stupid way. So
Lindsey Graham, spineless Lindsey Graham, was losing in his state. Well, before he was losing in his state, he couldn't stand Trump. He dogged him out. He said he was a criminal. He said it'd be insane to elect this man.
What was this big change?
He was losing. And Trump, even Trump said, he called and begged me to come and save him. And I did.
And he got votes because of that.
He got votes because of that.
He probably...
he said he was crying on the phone. Trump said. You know how Trump will throw you under the bus.
Yes, he will.
He called me crying on the phone.
He'll find something weak about you and he'll just...
And I said, let me go help him out. And I went in, like he'll tell Tucker. I helped Tucker out. Tucker talked about me like a dog. And I came and helped his nothing. Nobody's checking for Tucker Carlson.
Thank you.
So I came and helped him out.
So you think because of that, Lindsey
so I think something happened. He must have went because he did go to Mar-a-Lago. Remember, you got to kiss the ring of the Godfather.
Right.
And he went.
Come to me.
Come.
Kiss my ring.
What do you want?
You need anything?
What do you want? Oh, Godfather, I know that I talked about you and your family. Oh, many blessings upon your family.
You hear the violin playing in the back.
Many blessings upon your family. I know. I was so stupid. I was so dumb. I just didn't know what I was doing. I was out of my mind. Okay, what do you want? What do you want from me? Godfather. Oh, Godfather, please come. Bring your mega people.
Let them
vote for me, please. If a stamp from your approval, and I'll win. I promise.
Remember,
I'll give you my life with blood. I will sacrifice. I'll do anything for you. Okay. All right.
You're doing like what Harry Belafonte did when he played that character in Saturday Night. He had the big cheeks and he was talking like that. Go ahead.
So then Trump went and helped him out.
I like Emerald's name that she gave him.
What'd she say?
Mar-Largo Crime Family.
That's it. Emerald has stamped the name. The Mar-a-Lago crime family. The Gambinos got nothing on the Mar-a-Lago crime family. So Lindsey went to the Mar-a-Lago crime family.
Yes, he did.
And he asked,
you almost got in trouble.
Well, you sold your soul. So you became part of the family, right? So then after that, everything that happened from that point on, Trump is the best guy in the world. Why would you not vote for Trump? But you said that we'd be insane to vote for him. No, you misunderstood what I said. Well, we got you on tape saying it. That's old. I met him. I shook his hand. I met him. He's an awesome, awesome man. And you should vote for him. That's what he's saying now.
Okay.
That's what happened.
So he just,
Members of the Fulton County, a special purpose grand jury that investigated the interference of the Georgia's 2020 presidential election recommended that former President Donald Trump and more than 36 allies be indicted for alleged crimes, more than double the number who ultimately were charged, which means the jury said you need to put Lindsey, he needs to be in there.
Okay.
Fonnie took him out. The grand jury says they all need to be in there.
They named him. Okay.
But the recommendations, which included U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham, ex-Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, who's another nut job, and former Georgia U.S. Senator David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, were contained in the panel's final report, which was released full on Friday. The 28-page document was finalized in January, but most of its contents were quickly sealed by a judge, the request of Fulton County Attorney Fonnie Willis. So they heard all the testimony, they saw all the evidence, and they decided it should be 39 of them, all of them.
So what you're saying, too, is probably because they don't have recordings.
She wanted to go against...
She went directly to the ones who were recorded saying something, a picture tape saying something.
Something that ties them.
Yeah.
What she's doing, what Fonnie's doing, I love it. I love this black woman doing her job. She's making these RICO cases, these state RICO cases, like FBI cases. Because, they say when the FBI come after you, that rate is so high.
Involved.
They don't lose hardly. Because when they decide to go after you, they got all their ducks in a row. Mm-hmm. So I think she wanted, I got my ducks in a row on 19. I don't have my ducks in a row.
I don't need that.
They can weasel in and out of the other ones can.
Yeah.
So she wanted it solid proof, sealed.
Now the thing that may change that is all the people that have been named in this, because they're all in this together because of what's going on in the topic of it. If her 19 makes a comment in their testimony and mentions Lindsey Graham,
then he can bring him back.
She'll pull him back in because it would be stated from that witness that, but I had a conversation with Lindsey Graham and he said to go ahead and ask the senators to do blah, blah,
that
blah.
Makes sense because people were saying he's talking like I did nothing wrong. And they said, shut up.
Yeah.
Because, buddy, those 39, y'all can still be called in. So just relax a little bit and just go shine your shoes or do something else.
18, 19 may give reason for those other ones to be called in.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Lindsey Graham is a snitch. Trump better hope he don't get called in. He's a snitch.
He'll probably go back to conversations that has nothing to do with this.
He's the kind of guy, you give him a Big Mac, he's the one in jail. You hungry? You want a Big Mac and some fries? Tell me everything. He be telling you all all kind of stuff that has nothing to do with
And
the
you were
case.
thinking, wait a minute, that's a different case. Wait a minute,
Also, I want you to know,
hold on.
when I was at Mar-a-Lago, he gets his suits fake from Italy. They're shipped in on a boat, and no one knows about it. Did you know about that?
I don't know.
Can I have some more fries?
That sound like a Giuliani comment.
Oh, Giuliani
Say he doesn't get his shoes from Italy. I don't know what he told you. He's stupid.
He is Dracula. I thought I was his best friend. Okay, let me tell you more.
Oh,
did you know that he cheats on his wife with other people?
And he told me he'll get a price break, a tax break, if he buries his old ex-wife in the backyard.
I wasn't going to say anything, but he didn't give me any money from those $8 million t-shirts he sold. Oh,
he would tell
I'm so mad.
I can't wait.
So mad. I've lost all of my clout and all of my homes. Right. I had 15 homes. They're all gone. I'm reduced down to a penthouse downtown New York.
You don't even have your lawyers. You can't even do law anymore.
You want blood? I'll give you blood. You're right. They're gonna be, and the black people forget it. They're gone.
Oh, they're gone.
That Harrison guy, they're gonna snitch so fast. Their head is gonna spin.
They want out of this.
Yeah, but it says Lindsey said Graham was interested due to phone calls he placed to Raffensperger's office in November 2020, during which he asked about procedures for tossing out absentee ballots.
Okay.
Why are these people constantly saying this case is about Trump and freedom of speech?
Freedom of speech.
I don't recall Stacey Abrams calling people and saying, toss out votes.
That has nothing to do with freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say.
You can say whatever you want to say, but when you get on the phone and call somebody and say, can you toss out some votes for us?
You crossed the line now.
That's illegal.
In fact, you even said to an extent, depending on freedom of speech, if you're crying fire in a crowded room, you could still be in trouble for that. And that's freedom of speech. But you said fire and now people are dead because of that. So yeah, they got to be careful with this freedom of speech thing.
Ridiculous.
Go ahead.
All right. So Lindsey Graham, he needs to shut up and quit talking and just go fishing on your boat and pray that you don't get pulled in, because they are after you guys. They're after blood, and they're going to shut that whole thing down. So
we got to remember Mar-a-Lago.
The Mar-a-Lago gang.
Mar-a-Lago crime family. Thank you, Emerald. Okay.
And that black man is in the Mar-a-Lago.
Yes,
you know who he is. Remember, was it Goodfellas, y'all? With Samuel L. Jackson.
They had a black man in Goodfellas?
It was, I believe it was Samuel L. Jackson.
He was been in so many movies. I wouldn't.
And when I saw him, I think it was Goodfellas.
What was he doing in there?
He was like somebody driving a truck or something. I can't remember, y'all. What was it? Y'all remember Goodfellas? It was one of the low ones on the totem pole.
Okay.
And I said to myself, he gonna be the first one killed.
Was he?
Yes, they gonna get rid of him.
Well, you know they always laughing and saying the black guy's the first one to die. We'll see.
So Harrison, he gonna be the
first to go.
And that crazy smile black lady.
Yeah. They gonna get them.
Kanye PR.
They gonna tell everything so they can try to,
Okay. All right. Let's see. William, going back to the NBA, he said it's all about the revenue they are bringing to the sport. Yep.
That's it.
Emerald says, okay, the Mar-a-Lago crime family. William says, what I like about Trump is that all of the living presidents, his family ancestry never owned slaves. Well, that's because they own brothel houses.
But
and they sold people
from another country, too.
They from another country. And they also lied to people in Alaska. I mean, we went on our Alaska cruise. And one of the things we did is we took a tour of the place we went to. And on the tour, they gave us the history of Trump's family in that place.
Dad,
and he sold meat to people, and they thought they was eating regular meat. It was horse meat. That he stole.
He lied to them. He was deceptive.
He lied to them. Stole your horse and feed it to you.
And they changed their name. It wasn't
They changed
Trump.
their name.
It was another TR.
And he also sold, you can't say the P word, women.
Yeah.
He sold that.
Yeah. Well, it's a brothel
and then you
house.
didn't have a brothel house. And then you didn't have to have slaves, because in this country, you just made sure black people couldn't live in none of your buildings. Or you would kick them out of your buildings.
But you got a good point, because, from another country, they operated a little differently.
Right. Catilia says, "Hi, ladies and mama." Emerald says he's a stoolie. Laugh out loud. And then so sweet says, "Hey."
All right now.
All right, y'all. So that's the end of them. I'm so sick of Giuliani and Lindsey Graham and all of them. But Lindsey better be quiet because he's next on the chopping block. He sounded like he was gonna cry when they was interviewing him.
He probably will, because he seems that weak.
Okay.